Shalom, back with part 3. Let's continue. All right, beginning of sorrows. All right, so getting back to Second Ezra's. All right, 16 and 18. All right. It says here, the beginning of wars, right? All right, so let's jump to Matthew's 24. All right. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that? Plural. Again, because you're going to have infighting within each state. All right? You're going to have insurrections. Do you understand? Okay? All these things are going to take place. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. You see that? So these things have to come to pass first. You understand? Before the ultimate destruction, before the Lord sends that ultimate plague of the ICBMs, okay? And then that nuclear fire plus that concentrated laser fire from the chariots, all right? For nation shall rise against nation, right? Kingdom against kingdom, all right? There shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. Again, all these are the beginning of sorrows. You see that? Again, what does this remind me of? Another precept. Isaiah. All right. Isaiah 19:2. All right. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right. That's Edomites against Edomites in modern day. All right. Like when we read Mark 3:24-26. How can Satan cast out Satan? And that's not talking about the spiritual entity Satan. That's talking about adversary. How can the adversary cast out the adversary? How can Edomite cast out an Edomite? You understand? And the Lord has all set it up that way. He had them create the ICBM. The ICBMs, the weapons that they created, will be the destruction of their own demise. Do you understand that? Because he doesn't control them. The Lord does. They're his. They're part of his army. The Lord has flown the angels in their chariots. What he calls UFOs, they've flown over the missile sites and they turned on the computers. So the Lord controls them, people. All right? Which has freaked the military out. All right? Totally. Okay? So the Lord has always had them in the okie doke. Okay? So I will set Egyptian against Egyptian, talking about Edomite against Edomite, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor. City against city, and then also kingdom against kingdom. Well, the Lord is going to put the spirit on America's own allies, the EU nations and NATO, to send the ICBMs. And that's scriptural, people. That's in Revelation 17. All right? That's scriptural. All right? And the Lord tells you, that he will put it in their hearts and minds to fulfill his will, to do that. You understand? And that's besides all the other nations that are going to send missiles that have ICBM capability. Like Russia, China, okay, Iran, so on and so forth, people. You understand me? All right? It's all scriptural. It's all prophecy. It was all prophesied. All right? All right, let's move on. Let's go to 1 John. On John 5:19, all right? And we know that we are of the God power, talking about us that are in this truth, the elect of Israelites, all right? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up, all right, of the elect, and that the whole world lieth in wickedness. You see that? All right? Lieth in total wickedness and evil, all right? In darkness, okay? Much like we read, what is that? Job 10:22. All right. A land of darkness. It's darkness itself. It's talking about America, Babylon the Great, people. And of the shadow of death, as in the valley of the shadow of death. Okay, there you go. Without any order. There's no order in this place. You can see that, right? You saw what happened last night. All right? You people see it all the time. Every day. All right? In excess. Where the light is darkness. You see that? See that? Where light is darkness. Right, because it's a false light. So you're actually in darkness, because you're in the land of darkness. You're in the valley of the shadow of death. America, Babylon the Great. All right. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 15. All right. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Right? We just finished reading that, you know, we are of the God power and that the whole world lies in wickedness. Did we not? All right? That's in 1 John 5:19. All right. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You see that? Their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will not hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they have profanely committed. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. All the wickedness that takes place here. All right? And we're not going to get into that because you people should know that. All right? Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me. All right? And we crieth day and night, putting up videos and going out there street teaching. All right? And the souls of the just complain continually. There you go. All right? That's the Israelites, the righteous. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them. See that? And that's all over the scriptures, people. All right? About the Lord recompensing, bringing revenge, okay? All right? Upon his adversaries, upon his enemies, all right? To avenge the Israelites, all right? The innocent blood, excuse me, all right? And receive unto me the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. That's talking about 2/3 of Israelites. And I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And again, all you have to do, Revelations 11:8 will tell you that, you know, the great city, that's talking about America, Babylon the Great, is spiritually known as Sodom, as in Sodom and Gomorrah, and spiritually Egypt. And again, you have an obelisk right there at Washington, D.C., right? Called Washington's Monument. That's an obelisk, an Egyptian obelisk. All right? You see the pyramid in the back of your dollar bill, right? Need I say more, people? All right? Okay? America has taken on the cultures of previous kingdoms and has incorporated it into her philosophies. You understand? All right? All right, so, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt, which is talking about America, Babylon the Great, with plagues as before, as what he did in ancient Egypt, in Mizraim, all right? He's going to do here in America, Babylon the Great, all right? Didn't we, hasn't it been reported now that, you know, the mutations just didn't start just now, because they put out the articles that these mutations had already started in 2020, okay? And they're just reporting about it now, okay? All right? So, I will smite, you know, Egypt, America, Babylon the Great with plagues as before, and I will destroy the land thereof. See that? Okay? All right? So, Egypt shall mourn, talking about America, Babylon the Great, shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that God shall bring upon it. And again, the ultimate plague that the Lord will bring will be the ICBMs, all right, that nuclear fire, plus the concentrated laser fire from the chariots, all right? And by the way, the chariots are already here. They're all over the place, okay? And the angels are all around you, whether you see them or not. And some do take in human form. So you may have entertained an angel unawares. But the point is this, is that they're all waiting for the green light from Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua. That's what they're waiting for, all right? Just like the 4 angels are holding back the 4 winds. Those winds representing the destruction that's coming on the earth, all right? All right, and you read that in Revelations, the 7th chapter. For they that till the ground shall mourn, for their siege shall fail through the blasting and hail with a fearful cancellation. Woe, destruction to the world, see? And them that dwell therein. So it's talking about the whole earth. For the sword, right, and their destruction draweth nigh. That means near. You see that? All right? And again, what is that sword? The ICBMs, that nuclear fire, the concentrated laser fire from the chariots. All right? Because that's going to be the ultimate destruction. And one people shall stand up and fight against another. Right? We read Isaiah 19:2. Okay? We read Isaiah the 24th chapter, all right? And swords in their hands. What's a modern day sword? Guns, right? They all think that the guns are going to bring them salvation. Yeah, and toilet paper. This place is nothing but madness, sheer madness. All right. For there shall be sedition among men. Didn't we see that last night? Didn't we see these Edomites? All right, go... break windows, go in, supposedly take hostage, Congress, all that. Yeah. Well, again, whether staged or not, it happened, right? And believe it or not, whether that was staged or not, you're going to see a lot more of those kind of things take place here on the earth, all right? All across the globe, all right? So, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings or their princesses. Again, that's an example of that, what happened last night. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, right? And Esau, nobody has more pride than Esau, Edom. Go read Obadiah, which is just 1 chapter, read verse 3 and 4. All right, and that's all over the scriptures talking about their pride. Edomite, the white man's pride. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, men are already afraid. They're just going to get more afraid. You're going to see people just dying of heart attacks alone. Never mind from the plagues, all right? Or the nuclear fire that is coming from the ICBMs, or the concentrated laser fire. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, right? Talking about modern day sword and gun, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread for great tribulation. See that? All right. All right. Where are we here? All right. We're going to go to 2nd Ezra's 4. Give me a minute. All right. This is 2nd Ezra's 4, 28, 29. As concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown. You see that? And again, that takes us to what? Galatians. You know what? We're going to end this here. We're going to come right back. We'll pick it up right here. All right? Give me a minute. All right. We'll be right back with part 4. All right? Of the beginning of sorrows. Okay? Shalom.